Peaks of Health Metabolic Medical Center was established to address the underlying cause of a disease. And today, Dr. Tracy Lenhart joins us again to discuss hormone replacement therapy. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is one of those, I love when you're here. I learn a lot from you. And this is one of those that I think a lot of women are going to be very interested about, hormone replacement therapy. I think we've heard about this a lot, but kind of break it down for us and what it is that your team is able to do to help women.
Well, I kind of try to explain to people, hormones are chemical signals that tell the body what to do.
Okay.
So when our hormones go awry, and this could be, we have patients in their 20s versus, menopausal, because a lot of our young girls are also PMSing severely. And you can actually balance those hormones. It's balance, and I kind of explain it's kind of like a symphony orchestra. If one instrument is out of balance, the whole orchestra doesn't sound good. So it is kind of, putting that whole system back together. And when we kind of go into menopause and, what we call perimenopause beforehand, those hormones disrupt our lives.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask, because what I've learned over the years, too, is hormones, they control everything. I think people may be surprised as far as how much they control.
Yeah.
What does it control?
Well, we're not only just talking about sexual hormones like estrogen and testosterone and progesterone, but we also look at your adrenal hormones, cortisol, your stress hormone. We'll look at pregnenolone, which is your brain and memory hormone. Insulin is a hormone. We forget about that. It controls blood sugar. Thyroid is a hormone that controls our metabolism. So it is kind of making sure all those hormones are in balance. Most people think about, as I said, our regular hormones as we go into menopause and everything. For man, it's andropause. So low testosterone can heavily affect a man's function, along with female functions.
Is it an easy test to figure out if you're on pace and where you should be, or what's the deal? How do you?
Yeah, for somebody who is, what we call menopausal, a blood test is simple. We can do a blood test on their hormones. Somebody who's in their 20s, I'm usually doing saliva testing because I want to see what their whole cycle's doing. One day in time doesn't give me a picture. So we can actually have them do saliva testing throughout the whole month to be able to see what their entire cycle is. This we do for infertility sometimes. Because we can find out exactly what day they're ovulating.
Wow. So once you get all this information, then what does your team do to kind of put it into action and give people some relief?
Then we go over with the patient, we discuss what's out of, control, and then we start kind of rebalancing those hormones out. So if it's one of our young women, lots of times they are estrogen, what we call estrogen dominant. They have too much estrogen, too little progesterone, and we can balance that out with just some extra progesterone. We have some people, again, our menopausal women and men, they're low in testosterone, they're low in estrogen, they're low in progesterone. We can balance those out. We use bioidentical hormones. Now, there are synthetic hormones you can use. They're made from horse urine. I'm not exactly a fan of using horse urine on people, but bioidentical are usually made out of yams, which are plant-based, and they're identical to the exact hormone structure we make. And I kind of explain that's the key in a lock. If you have a locksmith that comes in and keys your lock and it's not perfect, it doesn't turn your lock anymore. So, the hormone that's actually identical to what we use actually hits the receptor site properly.
Well, as we kind of close, if someone's watching this morning, they want to know more, how do you know if maybe your hormones need to be checked out? Are there any red flags? Are there anything that someone needs to go, okay, it's time?
You can be hot flashing, irritable, not sleeping right, gaining weight. People say when my hormones go off, because I have been taking hormones for 10 years, I get very irritable. I'm not as calm as I normally am. But it can be, again, not sleeping well, gaining weight, irritability, fatigue. Memory is a big one. That's one of the first things I noticed when my hormones started going down, is my memory wasn't as good as it was.
Wow, very interesting, fascinating. Again, thank you so much for being here this morning. Again, I always learn so much from you. Best thing to do, if someone has any questions, call your office.
Call our office and make an appointment.
All right, sounds good. There's the information to do so there, and then we'll also make sure and put it on our website as well, tbmorningblend.com. And hey, before we close, we also want to say Dr. Tracy has been named East Coast Regional Trainer for Biote Hormone Pellet Therapy, teaching other doctors about this life-changing therapy. Pretty cool.